Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who taught us this truth, and salutations to all the Akim pushing this word in truth and in sincerity with charity. It's a brother Rapaya from the Great Millstone camp here in Chicago, and Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson. Beware of too much drink and familiarity. All right. Because too much drink, you'll forget the law, and you'll pervert judgment, and you don't want to do that. And familiarity, it breeds contempt. All right, and what does that mean? That means that you have extensive knowledge of a person, or close association with someone, and it leads to a loss of respect, especially when one's in their drink, things could happen, but it's our job, to be the bigger person and take the low. And sometimes that's very hard. It's very hard sometimes. But that's a battle that we have with the flesh, and we have to overcome it, Lord willing. Okay? Because Satan, the spiritual being, Satan, is out and about, and he's at work, man. He's not resting. He's not taking any days off. He's at work, all right? And he's working overtime on the men of the Lord, man, the Israelites, because we know the name of the Lord. We know who we are. We know who the heathens are, you see? So he's working extra hard to sift us, man, to agitate us, to knock us off our square and get under our skin, So we have to catch that, man. We have to stay in the spirit and catch that, so nothing worse happens, you see? All right? But this is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right, the spirit, or the physical counterpart of spiritual Satan is Esau Edom, man. He's the devil. He's a deceiver, But nonetheless, we're at war right now in the spirit, and we have to be mindful of that. And gird up the loins of our minds, with this word. All right? Like King David, he walked wisely in all his ways. All right? He inquired of the Lord, you see? And us being at the end of this thing, we have to reference the scriptures, man. We have to look at the examples that were left aforetime for us and apply them, you see? Because Satan wants brothers to fight one another, man, to have aught with one another, all right, and that should not be so. That's not what the Lord wants, you see. And it's a test, and if you fail, you gotta get back up and try again. You gotta keep trying, man, you see. All right, but you gotta acknowledge where you went wrong. So when you try again, you fix it, you see? You fix it so that, Lord willing, it never happens again. Okay? And that strong drink, man, if you're drinking like heavily, you should not be out in public. You should be at home, where no one sees you, hiding your folly. Okay? You gotta hide it. All right, and it could happen to any of us, man. Okay, we're in this flesh. This shit is weak as hell, man. This is Proverbs 31, verse 4. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink. You see, because here it is. We're rulers of the people. All right, princes of the power. We got to stay clear-headed, clear-minded, all right? A whole company of believers are going to be following us, man, because the Lord is with us. You see, So we gotta, we gotta be on point, to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? And when we slip and fall, we get up and fast and pray. All right? Because, man, these demons, believe it, they're strong, man. They're very strong. And if you let yourself get taken by them, man, you might sin, man. You might do something that you're gonna regret later. You might do and say things you'll regret later, and it happens, but when it does happen, go back to the scriptures and remember what's written for us. All right, and pray to the Lord. Always pray to the Lord. Verse 5, Proverbs 31:5, least they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Right, so you don't want to be in your drink, and here it is, Satan is agitating you. All right, and then you forget the law, man. You become carnal. You start thinking carnal. All right, because you're in this flesh and you're feeling angry. You're being emotional. All right, and someone who's familiar with you can push your buttons, to the point where, you react in a way that is not like a king, in a way that's not like a prince, in a way that Yahweh Shai would not act. And if you do that, and you acknowledge it, you're gonna feel bad. You're gonna feel embarrassed. All right, you're gonna be disappointed in yourself. For not doing better, man. We know better, so we should be doing better, man. And it's gonna hurt if you're genuine and you're sincere. It's gonna hurt, man, when you hurt another brother, when you offend another brother. Because you love your brother, man, as you love yourself. You see, and never would you ever think of doing anything like that. But when drink is involved, when you're familiar, hey, Satan sees all that, man, and he'll jump on you, man, when you're weak. And you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is what you should do, though. All right, you should definitely go on a fast and pray to the Lord. All right, for mercy, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, for patience, to be more long-suffering to one another. Okay, and to endure all things that is thrown at you, even if it's someone close to you. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not your sun go down upon your wrath. You see, be angry, but don't act upon it. Don't act upon it. All right. Because again, if you're really sincere about this, you're going to regret it later, man. It's going to weigh on your thoughts that you fucked up. Okay? If you have any ought, or if you're angry with your brother, then Like it says here, do not wait till that sun goes down. You better go find your brother. You better make sure of your friend and win him over, Lord willing. Alright? Because it's like a wound, a fresh cut wound. If you don't, clean it, if you don't stitch it up, bandage it, and if you don't do these things to heal it right away, and if you just let it sit there, getting dirty, and it gets all pussed up and infected, it's going to get worse and worse, and you don't want to be like that. All right, you don't want to hold a grudge towards a brother. You don't want to be angry towards a brother. Look, we're brothers. We should be able to go, to each other face to face and talk it out. You see? We got to talk it out, man. And we got to put emotions aside. All right? Put your feelings aside. And really exercise and apply these scriptures, man. You see? And if a brother does offend you, all right? If he offends you, hey, 7 times, 70 times, 7,000 times in a day, but he comes back 7,000 times and says, Salakia, forgive me. I was wrong. I acknowledge what I did. I shouldn't have done that. You're supposed to forgive him, man. All right? Lord willing, that could happen for all of us, that we forgive one another. We're in this flesh, man. Who the fuck are we? You know what I'm saying? We were called. We're hoping to be chosen. We're in this fight together, man. Yahweh Shai forgave us. Hold on, let me get that real quick. Sorry. Yeah, this is Colossians chapter 3, verse 13. Forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Mashiach, that's Yahweh Shai, the anointed, okay? Even as Mashiach forgave you, so also do ye. So it's important to address it immediately. All right? Don't let pride sink in either, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't think like, oh, I was not wrong. It was this man, man. There's two sides of a story, and the truth always comes out. So forgive one another. As Yahweh Shai did to us, man. We're worthy of death. We're worthy of death, man. And yet we've obtained mercy. So show mercy to your brother. Show mercy to one another. So that you also may be forgiven. This is Sirach chapter 28. This is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, also known as Sirach. This is chapter 28, verse 2. Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he has done unto thee. So shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest. And you want to forgive one another, man. You don't want to have all, man. Like I'm telling you, if there's something you have towards a brother, you have something to say towards a brother, you gotta say it, get it off your chest. You know what I mean? And Lord willing, you win your brother. But if he doesn't hear you, then you take 2 or 3 more witnesses, man. All right, you gotta exercise Matthew 18th. Read that chapter. It's a very good chapter on this. Okay. All right, because here it is. We can't not forgive our brother, but yet go to the Lord and ask him to forgive us. You see, You just can't do that. This is the next verse. This is a Sirach chapter 28 verse 3. One man beareth hatred against another, and does he seek pardon from the Lord? You know, like, nah, you can't do that. The Lord say, leave your gift at the altar, all right, and go, squash it out, like, with your brother, and fix whatever problem there is, man. All right, and be at peace with your brother, Then come to the altar and bring forth your gift. You see? Because, how can you love the Most High, but you don't love your brother who's in front of you, man? You haven't seen the Most High. You see? And that's also a scripture as well. I'm paraphrasing it. Forgive me. But we haven't, you haven't seen the Most High, so, here it is. You're asking forgiveness, but your brother's right here. You got to make peace with him, You got to forgive him, and you got to ask for mercy too from him, Ask for forgiveness from him as well. All right. Verse 4, Sirach 28 and 4, he showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself. And does he ask forgiveness of his own sins? You see, you got to show mercy. You can't be like, man, fuck this guy, all right, and show him no mercy. You can't be like that, And if there's a situation where there's, wine or strong drink involved, then you got to wait till, you guys are sober, clear-minded, and talk it out, man. All right? And then even a step further, knowing your brother, because, maybe your brother has a drinking problem, So you need to know and understand his battle. All right? And help him along with it, man. You see? With these words right here, you have to comfort him with the scriptures, man. All right? And give him guidance. And, it's all through the Spirit. I'm not speaking as a man. I'm speaking, as the oracles of the Most High. His word, bringing out his word. We must apply it. We cannot forget about it, You can't be in your drink and forget about the law, statutes, and commandments. In Psalms 119, it says that I've hid thy word in my heart so I don't sin against you. You know what I'm saying? So we really got to be practicing what we preach, man. All right? And yeah, take the low. If your brother... If a brother's offending you, and he's thinking it's a light thing and it's nothing, hey, understand your brother and take the low, and then talk to him when he's sober, all right? Because if you mock him or you meet his same fire with that same level of fire, and it could get ugly, man. There's Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 28, verse 12. Now I'm going to jump down to 12. If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. And both these come out of the mouth, you see? So sometimes, hey, it's better to hold your peace. It's better to hold your peace, all right, and put that fire out. Because certain words that you may say to a brother could make that fire even greater, man. All right, and now you're in a worse situation instead of you holding your peace. Even if he's being disrespectful. Even if he doesn't hear you out, the best thing to do is, hey, be calm, hold your peace, and then talk to him when he's sober. All right, hopefully you gain him. All right, and if not, then you bring 2 or 3 witnesses, man. You bring them before the elders or whatnot, and it'll be handled from there. But don't meet him with that same fire. Don't add to his fire either. You will regret it. Alright? This is James chapter 2 verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that has showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. So you want to be merciful. Alright? I know I've said some wrong things at times and offended brothers, and the best thing I did was, I apologized, and I went to the Lord, after, and basically redacted all that negative shit I said, man. And I believe the Lord heard me, to not act upon certain wishes that are just not right, man. Especially to say to a brother, to a brother that's doing the work with you, You gotta be mindful of all these things, because at the end of the day, we're all trying to make it. We're all trying to obtain mercy and forgiveness, hoping our names are written in Yahushai's book of life, man. I'll end it with this. This is 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 14. 1 Samuel 18:14. And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Lord was with him. You see, we gotta walk in wisdom, man. We gotta behave wisely. Alright? We can't become irrational and let this flesh win, man. We cannot let this flesh win. We gotta fight it. We gotta put it under subjection. Okay? And acknowledge where we went wrong and do better. And never, and Lord willing, never do stupid shit again, man. It's terrible when you offend a brother, because it's like offending Yahushai. And that, my friend, is scary, man. And with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakurash, double to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who taught us his truth and salutations, to the Akim, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity with charity. Shalom wa ababa ball.